Hey guys, we're back in another ball review video as we're looking for the cheapest, best budget golf ball that you can find on the market today. This is one I'm sure some of you have been waiting for. We have the Noodle long and soft golf ball. It's a ball I know a lot of you are already probably playing. I've heard people rave about it. One of my kids already loves it. When I find him, I just give him to him anyway. But this is the first box I've ever bought. We've got it here. It's got the same stuff. It's long, it's soft, it's got dimples. I didn't see anywhere where it mentions that it's USGA conforming, so it is more than likely an illegal ball. We've been doing the USGA and RNA legal balls recently. Let's see if I see any additional yardage out of this or performance difference with the fact that they haven't boasted that it is. There's definitely some interesting things to the Noodle ball that I'm going to make sure to tell you about in this video. We're going to give it a thorough test for durability and performance, the whole 9 yards. Make sure to stick around at the end of the video. We're going to cut one open. You're definitely going to want to see that as well. We're back at the Meadows Greens course, playing the greens, first 5 holes. As we've had to do in the past, we're probably going to jumble up our order a little bit here. Same goal as normal though. We're going to try to even par or better. We're going to test the ball in the process. Let's see if the ball is good and if we can accomplish our goal. Let's get started. All right, right off the bat, love the box. It did not come sealed through Amazon. That part made me a little sad. It's got your standard 5 sleeves of 3 balls. I'll check to see if there's any number 5s in there. That's just a personal preference. We're going to start off here with the number 2. I don't know when or if they have always been this way, but they are actually a tailor-made branded golf ball. It does clearly say that on the box. And I've played the Noodle golf ball in the past as well. Personal preference for me was the neon Noodle golf ball. Bright red color, great compression, something I could hit a mile. Let's see if this performs like that ball did or if it's a little different. And it does have that outer core that isn't the matte finish, which is something that I tend to like better anyway. Ah, that's long. Get right though. Don't go in the trees. I think that's the right amount of right. Let's see what our second shot looks like. Distance-wise, I'm ecstatic with that. Into wind, something where you got to hit a good ball. It's still up here. We're about 185 yards to the middle, 195 to the back. I'm a little blocked out by these trees. My goal is to hit it over the trees, not hit the guy in the next tee box, and hopefully they'll walk off with a good score here. I definitely chunked it. That's not gonna be a bad thing though, because on that line, long would have been bad. Overall, it's a good look. Like we'll have a nice fairway chip in, par 5, hopefully a good look at a birdie. Chip in for an eagle, that'd be cool on camera, right? Said it in videos before, I like chipping, and I've left myself in a good chipping opportunity here. Duffed that 5-iron a little bit. It would have been cool to be more up near the hole. But like I said, we got a lot of green to work with here, into wind, something where if the ball will check at all, this would be the best opportunity to get it to check. I should be able to just open this face, hit something nice and aggressive, and hopefully set it down by the hole. Yeah, definitely left a little short. Came off the face a little dead feeling there. We'll see here in a minute. We'll probably test some more chip shots around one of these greens. Might even be this green. I'm trying to see where our spacing is. That didn't really feel like it jumped off the face like a premium ball would or like some of the other balls we've tested have. That felt kind of dead. Was that like a one-off kind of thing or is it a consistent Noodle kind of thing? We'll have to see in a minute here. Something that just excited me here. I pulled out another sleeve of balls that I can use to chip here in a minute, and they are zeros. I'm a big fan of a zero golf ball. I don't know if it's just because I'm a kid that was a big Gilbert Arenas fan when it came to basketball or what the deal is, but for some reason, something with a 0 on it. Golf ball, jersey number, I don't care. I think it's cool. Oh, it didn't turn at all. That's unfortunate. Slight misread there. Even the putt, the ball felt a little hard. Out of all the balls we've tested so far, there's definitely a varying of feels. The feel on this one right off the bat isn't quite what I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and add some extra chips around here. See if, like I said, that was a one-off deal that I felt, or if it's just the balls. Now, even if it is the ball and it's just a little harder than you'd want, it doesn't mean you can't play it. You just have to know that the ball needs to be hit a little harder because of the fact that it's not going to come off the club face well. Like both of those, I feel like I had it harder than I have balls I was playing earlier today. And it's still going okay. Let's get a little bit of a lower shot here. It's a nice little grouping there. I'm not mad at it, but like I said, it doesn't feel great off the face. It's not the worst ball I've ever felt, but I mean, even picking these up, these feel fairly solid. Like that's the only one I felt so far that felt like it was softer. These are the same thing. I mentioned in another video, this is an older series of balls too. This is not a 2025 Noodle. I think it said something like 2021. Doesn't necessarily mean it's from 2021, but it does mean it's an older design. These could have been sitting around for a while. We're also only one hole in on the ball we're actually playing, and it's already got a weird yellow mark on it. When you buy balls online, you've got to just be aware of that risk. You might be buying something that's been sitting in a storage room out in a hot facility somewhere in conditions that were not conducive to the ball doing well. That's why people are always worried about lake balls. If a ball's been in a lake too long, it does actually corrode the outside and affect the performance. Same thing here. If it's been sitting out in a storage yard forever, the ball will harden up and not play well. And honestly, that's kind of what I want to say is happening here. All right, I'm sure I'll get some more opportunities to chip. This is a course where you're either bombing it up near the green or it's a narrow green and you might miss it. So we'll see how it continues to perform. But right off the bat, not loving the feel on chipping. The drive back there was fine. It felt okay off the face. At some point, maybe we'll hit a couple extra drives too. And this is one where in past videos, if the ball performs really well, I don't compare it to other balls. And this one I might need to, just because so far I don't know if it's quite checking the box. We got 130 yard par 3 here. Pins on the front. Don't want to go long. Should be right at it. Overall, depending on your level of golf, if you're a higher handicap, you're not going to feel whether it's a little firmer or a little softer. As you get better, you definitely will. You want to set yourself up for success. You don't want a ball right off the get-go that's going to keep you from getting better. So if it's not a best ball ever, if you're shooting in the hundreds every round, maybe not bad a deal. If you're trying to break 90 and 80, you want a ball that's going to help you achieve that goal. And that's what we're looking for in this series, is this ball helping you achieve goals that you're going to set. All right, so it's off to the left a little bit, a little deep. I think it must have hit into the bank. I did kind of lose it in the sun and the clouds. I don't like a white ball on a day like this. But I'm a little bummed at the outcome here. It went the distance I'd expect it to go here. I was trying to throttle down on a pitching wedge that would normally go a little deep. Yeah. Not the best strike, thick rough, but I mean, it just doesn't feel like it wants to come off the face. It feels kind of firm. Like realistically, I need to swing harder at those to get that out of there. Personally, I don't like that. I'm a very touchy feel type player. So with my wedge, I want to be able to just make good contact and have the club do the work. Right now, I feel like I need to muscle this thing around. Now, putting wise, like I said, I think one of the big mistakes a lot of people make is they don't use a consistent ball to putt with. As they're losing balls in the woods, they're playing a Noodle some holes, Nitros others, some old Nike ball. Those are all gonna putt different. One of the benefits of buying a cheap budget golf ball is you could play the same ball off the tee and the whole round on the greens, and you can adjust to the ball as well. Even with those chips, you could just get used to having to muscle it around a little more if this is the ball that suits your budget and suits what you're looking to do. Turn. That's another sign of a firm ball. I know some of you are thinking it's a sign of a bad putt too, but it's just, I feel like I didn't hit it that hard. And a firm ball is going to just kind of ting off the putter a little harder. A soft ball, you're going to get, at least on putts, you're going to be able to touch it a little better. That's a bogey. It puts us 1 over through 2. We're a little behind, but we are coming up on some very scoreable hole opportunities. If this ball performs well, we should have opportunities at birdies coming up. Let's get going. All right, hole 2, par 4, 265. With a good ball, we can be up near the green. And this is one where it's another opportunity to see what it feels like with a harder swing off the club face. Pushed it out right. It's not going to be in a bad spot. That is going to be a touchy chip though. It's definitely got a little more of a ping to it too, like kind of like the older balls sound. And that's just, like I said, it's a sign of a firm ball. So the long and soft claim might be a little bold. It's probably not as soft as it is long. We're actually pin high, a little off to the right. Left myself with a touchy chip coming in here. This is a great opportunity for a good chip. Sit. Okay, it's good. That was a better chip. Like I said, I feel like I had to be real aggressive at it to get it here. And then it jumped out of a flyer lie in the rough a little bit, which is fine. Oh, go down, go down. And he just didn't hit it. That's a bummer. But that is a par off a pretty wayward tee shot that I wasn't overly thrilled about. Like I said, the ball is just firm. Even off the putter face, it just feels real firm. It'll be interesting once I cut it open too. Is it hard to cut through? What does the inner core feel like? I don't know, stick around at the end of the video and make sure you see what the inside of the ball looks like. All right, hole 3. Another, this one's like 275 to the middle of the green. Got hit a little harder. The wind's calming down a little bit, which is a bummer. It's very humid today. And I'd like a little helping wind to try to help get me to the green here, so. You guys may notice in a lot of these videos too, I don't really use many tees. Personally, I just like hitting the ball off the ground, getting a good divot. Comment below though, what do you opinion on that? John Rahm says there's 2 types of golfers, those that use tees and idiots. I just love those trees. Every time I try to muscle it up, I hit it in the trees. That actually worked out really good. We got through those trees really clean. Go. Yeah, that's the one thing I was a little worried about. There's a good opportunity right here. Good up and down. I like chipping. These are chips I normally look forward to hitting. That was way softer than I thought it would be. Off that upslope, that was tough. Now we've got a testing par putt. Yeah, we were just out, just practicing a normal round of golf with more of a premium ball, and my chipping felt a lot better there. Here, it's just that feel of the ball is really just throwing me off. If you're not a field player, maybe it doesn't bother you as much. But for me, I can't feel like I can judge how hard to hit this one. There we go. That's a good putt at least. That's a good par. It's a good putt. And look, I'm dogging on this ball a little bit. I get it. It's not a bad ball. Because of where we started and the gapping in this, is actually going to work out really good. We're going to go back to the 3rd hole. Let's hit a handful of these off the tee and maybe a premium ball or 2, just to try to see with the fact that it's not USGA legal. Do I get a little more distance consistently out of it? Does it go far? Or do I feel like it's caving in my driver face? We'll find out here now. I really wanted this ball to be better too so far. My son really likes it, and I think it's just because it's called a Noodle. I mean, I don't know, that's a funny game. You know, I feel like I'm trying to appeal to kids. We've got our 0s, we've got our 2. I'll save the 2 for the end, see if it's even needed. Probably won't hit that one, don't want to risk losing it. That's the one we're doing some durability testing with. Now for a distance test. Similar-ish, not my best swing. It's back in that tree though. So we'll get some distance gauge there. These are hit well. I'm not seeing, as far as the fact that they're not USGA conforming, anything where I'm getting extra distance. It leads me to believe that's just their shortcut to making a cheaper ball. You know, if you don't make it USGA legal, you can cut some corners, get a little extra distance to get it where these premium balls are performing. Then you're not getting the fall off you would, but it doesn't pass USGA testing. All right, I'm gonna hit one more Noodle golf ball. We're definitely not gonna hit our play ball. I don't wanna risk losing it. I want that to be our durability one. One more Noodle, we'll hit one premium ball with it too. And we'll just see distance-wise how they're doing to start. I'm hitting them with such a draw. And just for a distance gauge, we'll hit a premium ball. Yeah, that's a premium ball right there. Woo! You can just feel the difference off the face. The premium ball just doesn't feel like it's having a hard time coming off the club face. The Noodle feels just so hard off the face. It does feel like it could be damaging my driver over the longevity of those shots. Oh, all right, like I said, consistent in the tree. I think one may have bounced too far left after it hit the tree. We'll see. Ooh, I think I see it. Come on around up here. And then the other ball I hit, it's just in a much better spot, which really stinks. Like, these are still well out here. I'm very happy with the distance of the ball. The premium ball is going to be up here a little more. And this is the premium ball, Callaway Chrome Tour, something that we pay a higher premium for. That definitely went a little farther. Distance-wise, though, not far off. Obviously, it's not a perfect comparison with the balls I hit in the trees. I just don't feel like the Noodle gets any more distance than a premium ball. I don't feel like it gets a whole lot less either, but it is rock hard. Like off the driver face, I wouldn't want to keep hitting an expensive $500 club with a hard ball like that. It'll definitely hurt my club over time. Not something I'd want to play it. If anything, it might cost me more money because of the wear and tear on my clubs. All right, one hole left, par 3. It is the 5th hole and also the 5th hole on the course. 80 yards, just a little chip shot. Go. Go. It released nice, got a nice little strike on that. That's the nice part about a harder ball. You can count on it releasing out a little bit there. Let's make the putt, finish at target goal. We've still got some durability testing we're gonna do too. And like I said, stick around, we're gonna cut the ball open. Let's see, does it feel so hard in the middle or is it the outer cover that warped? I hope that translated well on camera. It rolled up past the hole just like I thought it did. It's in a great spot for us to make the target score here. Still not loving the ball. You guys can already probably see that coming. I will give an actual ranking. This is the 6th ball review we've done. I'll give you my top 5 and we'll just keep reviewing some of these balls. I'm sure there's probably another 10 to 20 cheap budget golf balls we could review. Make sure in the comments, let me know below, which ones have you already played? Which ones do you want to see me review? Which ones are you hoping I'll shoot a good score with? I mean, I don't know. A lot of people that play these balls, I'm sure, struggle to make pars and stuff of that, and I'm here trying to break par. So hopefully that's something that comes across well on camera. Last little putt here, let's not choke, to hit our target goal. Even par through 5 holes with a garbage golf ball. We're gonna go hit that into some trees. Let's hit some bunker shots possibly. I'm not sure if that's open. Ball's already wearing up a little bit, I'm gonna let you know now, but let's beat it up a little bit. I'll show you the review on how it's holding up. We'll cut it open. We'll do our stack ranking. That last one was pretty nice. Buried that in the ground with my foot. Definitely a tougher spot here. Overall, Tiffany looked at this too. She wasn't as mad at it. I don't think this is even holding up as well as I thought it would. To be fair, those bunker shots were pretty rough, but there's some of these that are chipped and it's not gonna come off. Definitely some discoloration. And this feels hard as a rock. I hope that picked up on camera there on the mic. I'm sure you guys can already tell I'm not a huge fan of this ball, but let's do the overall ranking and see if it made our top 5. So starting off, we still got in first place the Pinnacle Rush golf ball. Absolutely loved it. Second place, we have the Eagle Ace golf ball. I'd forgotten the name of that in the last video. Still a weird one. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of that video. If you haven't seen it already, make sure you check it out. Then we have the Nitro golf ball in third place. I would still put the Walmart branded ball, that Athletic Works ball, in fourth place. I still think that ball was solid. If I didn't really enjoy the 3 balls above it, especially with the colors that are available, that would be higher up. It is a close 4th there. And then in 5th place, we have our Noodle garbage golf ball that I will be giving to my children because I will not be playing with again. Honorable mention, because it's 6th place and we've only done 6 videos, is still that Wilson Boost golf ball. Overall, buy the Noodles if you're gonna buy anything. The Boost, I just wasn't a fan of. I know I got some comments from people that said they really enjoyed the ball, and hey, I hope you are. Just wasn't the ball for me. Don't worry, I didn't forget. The last and most important part, let's cut this open. Like I said, this ball felt hard as a rock as I played. It's definitely a little harder to cut through than the other balls were. Let's see what it looks like once we get through it. Moment of truth, ready? And right off the bat, the inner core actually doesn't feel as hard as I thought it would. Now what that leads me to believe is exactly what I talked about. More than likely, these balls have been stored for some time over the course of storage, whether it be from the weather conditions or just time in general, they've definitely gotten harder for the covers. It does mean the ball will last probably a little longer than a softball would, but let's be realistic here. The people that are buying these noodle balls are losing them well before they fall apart. Let me know in the comments below what ball reviews you've enjoyed the most that I've done so far and what other ball reviews you're looking for me to do. I want to make sure I cover everything you guys want to see. Make sure you subscribe to get all our content coming up in the future here. Loads of more teaching videos, more ball reviews, fun videos, all sorts of great stuff coming up. Really appreciate everyone watching and for your support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.